It seems like you can't go anywhere or watch anything nowadays without the wonderful buzzword of artificial intelligence being mentioned. Governments are looking into it. It's appearing in everything, and we've just got some kitchen appliances. It's got AI capabilities in it. Tell you how to cook, that sort of stuff. And I've looked at a few things. I like AI in some way, so I use. I don't know, ChatGPT, for example, and Microsoft have a thing called Copilot, which I use quite regularly. And so it was that I came across this thing. This is called the Rabbit R1. So what is it? Well, they sell it as a AI assistant. Now, I've looked at AI assistants. For example, if you check one of my videos, you'll see that I have a thing called a Louie, which is a little desktop robot AI assistant. This thing has been out about a year and a bit, I think. And I'm honest, I spotted it a couple of years ago whenever it came out, and the reviews were not very complimentary. For example, responses were very slow, quite often inaccurate, and basically there wasn't a lot of capabilities to it, other than maybe just other, what we could do with Google. The company behind it took a lot of that criticism and turned it into updates. So this I have decided to get now because it is much better than it was. It's very simple and straightforward to use. There's a screen on the back. There's a little wheel that you turn. Button on the side, which is where you use your voice activation. It is voice activated, although you have to hold the button, which I think is a bit of a missed opportunity. For example, the Ray-Ban glasses, I can just say the keyword "Hey Meta" and ask it a question, whereas I've got to hold a button. No biggie, but it's there. And that little thing at the top there is actually a camera, and because they are conscious of security issues and privacy, it's got a little cover over it unless you turn it on and use it. To turn the camera on, you push that little button on the side twice, and hopefully you can now see that there's a camera. Yes, and if you turn it, the camera now faces me. So great. It's not a bad camera, if I'm honest. So if I go back again to double click to turn it off, double click to turn it on. If I point that at me, hopefully you'll see it's not a bad picture. Get my hand out of the way. It's not a bad quality. So yeah, it's a camera, so big deal. But it's connected to the AI. And what that means is that not only do you ask it questions, so for example, if I say, tell me what you can do, and it goes away, so responses aren't that quick. You do need Wi-Fi connection.
I can assist you with a variety of tasks. Here is what I can do. Key features. 1. Search the web. Find current news, information, or specific content online. 2. Get directions. Provide driving, walking, or public transport directions between locations. 3. Manage notes. Save reminders.
Thank you. Suffices to say, it can do quite a lot. It can also use that camera. So as you may know, if you looked at my Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, we used to have a feature, well, unofficially, we used to have a feature called Look and Tell, which, as the name suggests, look and tell me. So look and tell me what that menu says, because it's in a foreign language, translated. Look and tell me the breed of the dog. Look and tell me what that plant is, and so forth. This has got that capability, and it works really well. So yes, you can probably do it on a smartphone, but the reality is this is nice and easy. I did say you need Wi-Fi. It also has, I'm not sure you can see it, standard USB, and next to it is a SIM slot. So if you want to, you can put a pay-as-you-go SIM in it. It also has a magic camera feature. It's difficult to show you that, but the reality is it uses AI, so I'll take a picture. I'll post this. It's one click, and it takes the picture. There's the picture on there. And basically what it will do is it will take that image and it uses the cloud and a little bit of software to play with it and have a bit of fun. So it changes it into all sorts of bits and pieces. You can also customize this. So for example, you can ask it for a different voice. So you can say, oh, I don't know, pretend you're Darth Vader, for example. All of this customization, teaching, you can also teach it, you can link it to applications. Again, all this stuff sort of come online since those poor reviews when they first came out. You can go to a thing online which is called the rabbit hole, and the rabbit hole then lets you configure and go to the settings and so forth. So you can change the voice, you can change the interface. So for example, not this necessarily, but I changed the interrogation screens, for want of a better word, to have a kind of Star Trek feel to it. And you can do a lot of other bits and pieces to it. It can do bi-directional translation, which I've used. It works okay. You have to push the button and work out how you're going through. And it's still in progress. I mean, it's been out a year, yes, 2 years, whatever. The pace that they are actually bringing these updates, and incidentally, they're just fed directly to the device. So literally, you don't have to do anything. Next thing you know, you've got an update and it tells you all about it. And I'm looking at the rabbit hole on my tablet here, and it's got all sorts of options. It's got a thing called a playground where you can navigate the websites, check information, take actions. There's a teach mode. The time's always on. You can record voice recordings and do a lot more else with it. It's not overly priced. I think it's $199, and I think it's worth it now. Those previous reviews I kind of agreed with, not much point having an assistant if it doesn't help you much or assist. And also a bit like when I got the Louis, the robot, I found the Louis robot kind of more fun than useful. This is more useful but still a little fun, if that makes sense. So there you go, check it out, Rabbit R1. I'll do a full review on it once I've had a chance to play with it. I've only had it for a few days now, but I have to say I'm quite impressed with it for the price, and certainly I don't think the criticism that was there. The scroll wheel, by the way, does do things, so if you scroll, you can use that, and there's also a little bit of a keyboard online. As you can see, you've got settings and all sorts of bits and pieces up there. Bluetooth, by the way, so you can connect it to a pair of speakers or whatever else. Doesn't connect to your mobile phone, which is a bit disappointing. No apps or anything, but you can connect it via the rabbit hole to apps. So that's it, Rabbit R1. I'll stop rabbiting and give it a go. Check out the specs, please. Go and have a look at the reviews too. I'm just a single person making my own opinion, but check out to see what other people think of it too. That's it. Enough of the rabbit. Bye for now.